all the countries have ethnic groups. There are some countries who have more than 100 ethnic groups. We have 2 main ethnic groups. I think it's. I think that we will have a nation without any Lebanese system, and I'm not afraid of civil war.
What about intervention from either Ethiopia or Somalia?
Then all the region will be in war. We will not be the victims, only us. But
Somalia does have a dream of the great Somalia.
The great Somalia is a dream, and is what they are struggling for. But the president of Somalia said, he said 2 days before, he repeated 2 days before, that his country is not going to annex Djibouti.
Well, it was our moral responsibility to support the struggle for independence of these people, although we had big forces against such move. But luckily, it seems that it is towards its independence, then respecting the wish of the people, we do adhere what will be their decision.
Does this mean that...
We're not intending to force at all.
But does this mean that you are dropping the hope of a totally united Somalia, that for instance, Djibouti will...
Well, even this must come through the wish of the people. We should believe the people to decide their destiny. We are against any forcing of people's wish and to decide their destiny, to decide their future. They are better competent to see what is convenient for them and what's not convenient for them.
Would it then be wrong to assume that Somalia would not oppose a possible later move by the majority of the population in Djibouti to perhaps have a referendum whether to join or not to join Somalia?
Well, frankly, I remain my point to say that we do respect the people's decision, people's desire for their destiny. We remain this. It depends how they want.
No, but if you choose so yourself, then you can become a part of Somalia. And will you have a referendum sometime to join?
No. We didn't think about it. Yes, but I think that as a federation, and all the region, Ethiopia, including Somalia and Eritrea, if there is a project like this, I think we will be a member of this big federation.
In interviews I've made with leaders of the Empire Party in Djibouti, it has been made clear that they want to retain a certain French military presence also after independence. Does Somalia support a continued French military presence in Djibouti?
We don't think that there is any French interest in keeping military there. And we told them very frankly that today the technology does not need to make military base. We do advise and we insist that French has decided to leave the country and give the people to their independence after long colonization, to give the money to the country which they are living rather than to maintain a huge military base there, which will not fruit any good. We really oppose this. We do oppose any other kind of military base, particularly in these developing countries who need peace.
After independence of Djibouti, so do you see any threats that unrest and even violence or guerrilla warfare might erupt in the territory? Attempts
may be made by by Ethiopians or elements organized by them. But I don't think that they will have any success in doing so. So I think it's convenient for Ethiopians or other countries to leave these people to run their affairs by their own selves and not to force it. Otherwise, many forces will be involved. Therefore, no one will go smoothly out of it.
ኢትዮጵያ ሶማሌ የምታካሄደውን ፖለቲካ በጅቡቲ ትክክል እንዳልሆነ ቀደም ብላ አስረድታለች። ይሄውም የጅቡቲ የግዛት አንድነትና የጅቡቲ ፍጹም የሆነ ዲሞክራሲያዊ ነጻነት ሁለቱ አጎራባች ሀገሮች የሁለቱም ጥቅሞች ተጠብቆ ግን የሌሎች ጣልቃ ገብነት በሌለበት ነው። ይሄንን ሶማሌ በብዙ መንገድ እንዳልተከተለች ነው የምናውቀው። ይሁንና ሁኔታውን ወደፊት ነው ደግሞ የምናስተውለው ወይም የምናየው።
Djibouti is important to Ethiopia. Are you ready to intervene even with military force if necessary to safeguard this outlet to the sea?
የጅቡቲ ሁኔታ ከኢትዮጵያ ጋራ ብዙ ግንኙነት አለው። በእርግጥም ጥቅማችን በዛ አካባቢ ግልጽ ነው። የኢትዮጵያ ጥቅም ብቻ ሳይሆን እስከዛሬ በቅኝ ግዛት አስተዳደር ስር የቆዩትም የጅቡቲ ህዝቦች ጥቅማችን ነው ብለን ነው የምናየው። በዚህ ረገድ የውጭ ጣልቃ ገብነት እና የኢትዮጵያም ጥቅም የሚነካበት ሁኔታ ቢፈጠር የኢትዮጵያ ሰፊ ህዝብ ምን ጊዜም እስከዛሬ መብቱን አስከብሮ እንደኖረ በአካባቢው ወደፊትም ከዚህ የተለወጠ ነገር ይኖራል።
Do you then see the Ethiopian attitude to independence of Djibouti and the necessity for Ethiopia to retain this outlet to the sea as a threat to the future independence of Djibouti?
I don't think there is any threat. There is threat in their mind only. The suspicions, their character of suspicion and lack of trust in themselves too. Not only to other people, but to themselves too. And this is the characteristic of Ethiopians. But there is no threat at all to Ethiopian interest, which is economical interest, as we know. We have always advised these political leaders of the country to not be less generous than the colonial power to Ethiopia. We have always said. Unfortunately, they never believe because they are bad in their heart, but we are not so bad in our heart. Even if these people choose to come and join Somalia, there will not be any threat. If they are alone, we will support the idea of giving all necessary facilities to Ethiopia as far as they do so as a friendly country, not as arrogance and pressure.
Do you see any possibility of solving the border dispute between Somalia and Ethiopia peacefully?
ከሁሉ በፊት በሶማሊያና በኢትዮጵያ መካከል የመሬት ክርክር ወይም ደግሞ ቦርደር ዲስፒዩት የሚባል ነገር የለም። በርግጥ የሶማሌ ሪፐብሊክ ባለፉት ረጅም ዘመናት በኮሎኒያሊስቶች ስር ስለነበረች በሁለቱ ሀገሮች መካከል ያልተወሰነው የመሬት ማለት የወሰን ክልል በአሁኑ ጊዜ በአፍሪካ አንድነት ድርጅትና እንዲሁም ደግሞ በዩናይትድ ኔሽን ህግ መሰረት ወሰነው ቢከለል በዚህ በኩል በሁለቱ ሀገሮች መካከል ምንም ችግር ይፈጠራል የሚል እምነት የለም በእኛ በኩል።
Both Somalia and Ethiopia have socialist governments now. Why then not drop the ambition of a united Somalia and instead establish some sort of a federation between the two countries and perhaps also include Djibouti?
I don't think that we are a socialist country, or we don't think that Ethiopians are socialists. We believe that they are chauvinists. Why they don't give the people to their self-determinations? Why they do kill and continue to kill and force and oppress? Why, if they are socialists? the socialist principle is humanitarian based, and humanitarian never desire to oppress other human beings. They seem they can't. So how can we believe that they are socialists? They can be a flag of socialism, but with mentality and thinking of colonizing. It's a contradictions. They may be heading a kind of socialism, which they may become tomorrow, but today they are not socialists. Therefore, there is no agreement between us and colonizers.
إثيوبيا ليست لها أي أساس في هذه الدعوة، وهي تقول هذه الدعوة لأنها هي التي أدخلت مرتزقة في السودان والجنود، وغزت بمساعدة ليبيا، واشتركت في غزو السودان، وهذا ظاهر ومعروف بتدريبها للجنود في أكثر من 8 معسكرات وبدعمهم بالأسلحة. إننا لم نشترك أبدا في أي مساعدة مادية أو نتدخل في أي شبر من الأراضي الإثيوبية بجنود سودانيين، ولكننا سياسيا نحن نقف مع إريتريا، ندعمها لأننا نؤمن بأن لها قضية، ولأن النظام الإثيوبي الآن يقوم بأعمال لا إنسانية، يقتل الأطفال والكبار، يحرق الزرع ويحرق المساكن ويدمر كل ما يشاهد أمامه.
A part of the Red Sea coastline is called Eritrea. Do you support the struggle of the Liberation Front in Eritrea for independence?
Well, I told you we always support those who are struggling for their freedom. We are against anybody or any state who oppress people and refuse their freedom. Whatever it costs, we always support that principle, and we believe it's right.
And this goes for Eritrea as well?
Certainly.
ከሁሉ በፊት የኤርትራ ጉዳይ ከምንል በኤርትራ ክፍለ ሀገር የመገንጠል ዓላማ ያላቸው ድርጅቶች ጉዳይ ብልነው ነው የሚሻለው። በኢትዮጵያ አብዮታዊ መንግስት በኩል የተፈጠረውን ችግር ዲሞክራሲያዊና ፖለቲካዊ በሆነ መንገድ ለመፍታት የተደረገውን ጥረት ሰፊው የኤርትራ ክፍለ ሀገር ህዝብ
such a policy, and I don't think it's a correct policy. I support and I believe that the Red Sea should remain a free sea and out of any kind of tension or trouble, which is convenient for all. It's the interest of those countries who are surrounding Red Sea. It is the interest of the European countries through which to whom their supplies pass through. The Red Sea must be avoided, any kind of avoiding this and allowing that. That is only to provocate troubles.
Can Somalia join this defense pact and on the one hand be a member of the pact and still retain the present military cooperation with the Soviet Union, even keeping military bases near the outlet of the Red Sea?
لا يمكن لدولة أن تنفذ استراتيجية دخيلة على المنطقة وتستطيع أن تساعد في أمن البحر الأحمر. إننا لا نشعر بأن الصومال واقع تحت الاتحاد السوفيتي كلية، ولكن نعلم أن هناك نوايا سيئة من الاتحاد السوفيتي لجعل الصومال يخضع لسيطرته ولتنفيذ استراتيجيته في هذه المنطقة. وهذا ما تقاومه الآن الصومال، ونحن سنقف مع الصومال للتخلص من هذا التأثير.
Your Excellency, does this mean then that Somalia has come to the point of decision whether to keep the Russians or throw them out?
لمعرفتي الخاصة بالأخزيات وبالشعب الصومالي أنهم لا يرضون أبدا أن يكونوا مسيرين في بلادهم، ولا يرضون التدخل في شؤون بلادهم. وكما قلت إن الاتحاد السوفيتي يحاول بعلاقاته التي خلقها مع الصومال أن يجعلها